Jack Rooke has seen at least 2 U.S. producers reduced to tears in the middle of meetings. Best known for the BAFTA-winning Big Boys, his acclaimed semi-autobiographical sitcom that straddles both out-and-out hilarity and serious matters such as grief, loss, sexuality, and mental health, the British comedian and writer has been visiting LA and doing the standard tour of networks and production companies that most creatives make when they hit a certain level of success. Following the unlikely yet uplifting friendship of recently out and very sexually inexperienced freshman Jack, Dylan Llewellyn, and horny, straight, mature student Danny, John Pointing, Big Boys is awash in gags, jokes, and one-line zingers. In the second season, Jack gets poked in the eye by a penis after looking through a hole in a toilet cubicle, but there are plenty of heavier moments too. The penis and eye scene actually happens in the middle of a party to commemorate Jack's dead dad's 60th. It's likely, hopefully, those that stirred the emotions of the watery-eyed producers Rooke has been meeting, but there are plenty of heavier moments too. The penis and eye scene actually happens in the middle of a party to commemorate Jack's dead dad's 60th. It's likely, hopefully, those that stirred the emotions of the watery-eyed producers Rooke has been meeting. I feel like it's going to be a slow burn here, says Rooke, comically adding that when a friend met with execs from Hulu Comedy and mentioned Big Boys, he claims they had no idea what he was talking about. I go on Hulu, and you have to type in every one of the 7 letters that make up the name Big Boys in order for it to come up. So I don't know if we can completely call it a US success yet, he says. But I am hearing murmurs that people are watching it and discovering it. While Big Boys, which first launched on Channel 4 in 2022, may have made Rooke a much-hyped creative on home soil, earning him fans such as Phoebe Waller-Bridge, Russell T. Davies, Richard Curtis, Dairy Girls creator Lisa McGee, and even Kylie Minogue. Apparently, she binged 4 episodes, Rooke says. He claims that bringing the show to America has taken him back to his more humble roots. I started my career at the Edinburgh Fringe in a 50-seater venue in a drippy, damp cave in the middle of the day, and everything had to start from word of mouth because I was completely broke, he says. There was no fancy marketing campaign. I got my leaflets done for free by local printers who put their label on them. And coming to America feels a little like that. We're doing a word-of-mouth campaign. Although it isn't quite the same. Rooke is in LA not as a struggling skinned artist in a moist cavern, but as a celebrated rising star in British TV and last year's Best Comedy Writer at the BAFTA TV Craft Awards, one of 8 BAFTA TV nominations for Big Boys. He's also visiting at the behest of his UTA agent Larry Sauls, who was recommended to Rooke by Waller-Bridge, and he's already notched up some U.S. celebrity fans, most notably SNL legend Vanessa Bayer, who he says has been a huge influence in helping spread the word. Alongside getting the message out there about Big Boys, with the show having now come to an end, and it definitely is the end, Rooke assures, the main task is to build on its success and figure out what comes next. And that thing could well keep him in LA. For my next project, I am looking to understand the US market a bit more and make something a bit more globally facing, he says. In the UK, Rooke notes that there's currently an emphasis in the industry on there being too much comedy drama, which is exactly where Big Boys sits. For each emotional moment, he always makes sure there's a joke 20 to 30 seconds around the corner. In America, it just feels like the genre definitions are way less defined, he claims. There are obviously people who work in comedy and people who work in drama, but they're really up for mixed genre and the duality of tone. And I feel like my tone as a writer is more popular here in a weird way because people want more shows like Big Boys, just not so locally specific.